Hi everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name is Morgan. I would love to have you subscribe and join us if you enjoy this video today. Today's video, I am going to be creating this look right here using products from 4 different Black-owned beauty brands in my collection. I chose to upload this video today because it's MLK Day here in the United States, but of course these are brands and products that I have been using on my channel and plan to continue to use on my channel on the rest of the days of the year as well. If you enjoy this video today, please consider commenting down below, giving this video a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this tutorial. I already applied concealer off camera just because I don't have a concealer from a Black-owned brand. I will have everything I used listed down in the description box below. I'll put the Black-owned brands in like all caps or something to make it super obvious which products are actually being featured in this video today. And everything else I'm going to kind of do off camera just because that's not the focus of this video today. So the concealer is listed down below. I also brought it up onto my eyelids just to prep for the eyeshadow look I'm doing today. So first up here is the brand Range Beauty. So I have their True Intentions Hydrating Foundation, and I bought 2 shades. I bought Paloma and Coconut Milk just because I wanted to have kind of a winter mixer shade and then something that will match me really well in the summer. And today I'm gonna mix mostly coconut milk, but I'm gonna put a little bit of Paloma in with it just to get a better winter shade for me. I will say I've had a little bit of trouble with this foundation just figuring out how I best like to apply it. So the first time I tried it, I blended it out with a damp sponge and it didn't work at all. It completely picked up on itself. It was just like not blending out. It was kind of just sticking to the sponge and really, really soaking in like a lot more than any other foundation that I have does. And so I've tried it a few other ways. I do like using kind of a more dense foundation brush like this to blend it out. And it does oxidize slightly. So you'll see I'm putting it down in kind of a lighter tone than my skin, just because I know from experience now that it's going to oxidize just a little bit. I do think it gives a really beautiful finish and it has really, really great lasting power. It lasts through workouts, through sweating, through kind of rubbing off on my mask. It does last fairly well under a mask. So once it's on, I really like it. It's just that it is a little finicky, but it is a beautiful foundation. Wears super well on my dry skin, probably because of all the hydrating properties. For me, it is a fairly light coverage product, and I think that's partially because, like I was saying, when I was putting it on with the damp sponge, it kept picking back up off itself. And still, even with kind of trying out multiple different application methods, I haven't been able to layer a second layer of this on itself without it picking back up. And that's okay with me because nowhere in their product description does it say that it's a buildable coverage foundation. It says light to medium coverage, I think. And I think that's true. Just be warned that it's a little finicky to get on. I wouldn't say you can build it up to higher coverage and it oxidizes slightly. But if you can find a shade that you like and figure out how you best like to apply it, I really, really love the wear time. Next up here is the brand UOMA Beauty. I have seen this pronounced probably 10 different ways, but I looked on their website and it specifically has a pronunciation on their like about page. And to me, the pronunciation description looks like it says UOMA. So that's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comments below. I did the best I could to do my due diligence and figure out how to pronounce this, but if I'm doing it wrong still, please correct me. If you've watched my channel for a while now, you know that I love this product from them. It's the Double Take Contour Stick, and I have the shade White Pearl. So I'm going to be using both sides of this today. First, I'm going in with the contour / bronzer side, and I'm just going to use that same foundation brush that I was using before, picking a little bit up on my brush, and then just kind of stamping it on top of this foundation. So I think of the brands that I'm using today, Black-owned brands, I should say, UOMA is kind of the one that has the most notoriety or is kind of the most well-known. And I think a big reason for that is because of their foundation that they released either in 2020 or in 2019, and then in 2020 it kind of just gained a lot of popularity. And I've heard nothing but incredible things. Oh, this hair. Nothing but amazing things about their foundation. The Say What foundation, I believe. And I really considered picking it up for this video, but I felt like I already owned one product that is absolutely amazing from them that I think doesn't get quite as much attention. And also, I wanted to give other brands a chance. So I hope you can see how beautiful this foundation looks when it's kind of starts to be layered with other products. It's just so nice. And then this is just like the perfect contour slash bronzer and highlighter for someone with fair skin. It's just like so subtle, so natural. It's like the perfect undertone for someone who's really, really pale. And we'll come back to that double take contour stick from UOMA Beauty for the highlight in a minute, but I wanted to shift over to blush. And this is a third Black-owned brand in this video. So this is the brand Mented Cosmetics, and I have their semi-matte lipstick formula in the shade Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to be using this as my lipstick shade today, but I'm also going to use it as my blush. I wanted to show the versatility of a product like this. If you invest in the right formula of a lipstick, you can really use it in multiple places on your face. So this lipstick is going to pull some double duty for me. And I'm just going to use like a little duo fiber stipple brush for this. A lot of times I use my fingers, so I'm going to try the brush, but if it doesn't go well, I'll switch over to my fingers just because I've already tried it that way. It's just such a perfect, like, simple pink for my skin tone. But the beauty of their lipstick range is that they have lipstick shades that are like perfect nudes for any different skin tone. And they also sell a ton of other products. They have a pretty robust line at this point. They have foundations, they have bronzers, powders. I think they have at least 2 eyeshadow palettes, brow products. So they really do have a super wide range at this point. So super simple, beautiful, natural flush of pink. I absolutely love this shade both for my lips and for my cheeks. And its semi-matte formula is really nice because it dries down so it's not so sticky on my cheeks, but it still gives like a pretty nice natural glow, you can see. And back to the UOMA Beauty Double Take Contour Stick, and this time on the highlighter side, I'm going to use this same stipple brush, and this is such a beautiful like rose gold shade. It is just so beautiful. Again, if you've been on my channel, you've heard me rant and rave about this product now so much. Oh God, it gives just the most stunning glow. I can't express to you how good this product is. And last time I was on the website, it was on sale for, I think, $15, which is like lower than drugstore prices for cream products. You get, 2 in 1 here. So if you can snag this on a deal, I highly recommend it. I'm actually considering buying the next shade up, which is, I think, called Fair Lady, just for more of a summer shade for me because I love it so much. Okay, I do not have a brow product, so I'm gonna hop off and do my brows off camera, and I'll be back to chat about what I'm doing for eyeshadow this week. Okay, my brows are done, and I also just lightly powdered underneath of my eyes just to help with any potential fallout while we're doing this eyeshadow look. And this eyeshadow today is going to bring us to the 4th and final Black-owned beauty brand that I'm talking about in this video today, and that is Juvia's Place. So I'm going to be using the Magic Mini palette from Juvia's Place. And I know that Juvia's Place is also a more well-known Black-owned brand. So I wanted to just kind of bring a little bit of awareness to those of you who might never have heard of this, and also to play around with some colors that I don't often use in kind of my everyday makeup routine. So this palette in particular from Juvia's Place is one of the most inspiring things I have in my entire collection. And it has really helped me learn that colors and shapes and textures that I didn't think looked good on me and my skin tone are actually really easy to pull off if you just approach them in a little bit of a different way. So I am going to be playing with this color up here today, the shade Nubia, because yellow toned golds like this were like my biggest makeup fear until I bought this palette. And now if you have been following me on Instagram at all, you'll see that I've used this shade quite a bit, and it actually made it into my like little mini best of color series I did on Instagram Reels in the red, orange, and yellow category, because I think it's such a fun color, and it actually plays really well with my blue eyes, which I've never thought my entire life until Juvia's Place came into my world and kind of opened my eyes to what was possible with my skin tone, even though they are a Black-owned brand that is definitely going for that very high pigment eyeshadow. So because I'm not going to put any transition shade in my crease or anything, I'm just going to do a one shadow look with this palette and with that shade Nubia. I am going to spray my brush, and I'm going to spray it with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And I just want to go super, super bold and make it really clear that Juvia's Place dramatically changed my approach to makeup and what I felt comfortable with. So I owe a lot of my confidence in my makeup abilities to this brand. Just gonna make sure I don't have any creases from that concealer I put on before I even started filming. And then if you want to see a stunning yellow gold, man, this is it. Look at that pigment payoff. I suppose I could get a little closer to the camera here. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see with me up close and nice and personal here how stunning this shade is. And just for the record, these shadows also perform unbelievably well without wetting the brush. I mean, that's like 100% an optional step. I just wanted to really lock this in today. Check it out. And Juvia's Place palettes are full, I mean like chock full of these shadows that work flawlessly as a single shadow look. I mean, it is like reflective and stunning. And for example, I really love Osan up here as a single shadow shade. It looks like just a plain pink, but it's got something special going on in there. This Vi is stunning, like deeper gray blue, and Fosso is a purple blue duochrome. All of those are incredible single shadow looks. They just have the most unique color stories, highest pigment payoff eyeshadows in my collection by far. I mean, you barely dip your finger in there and you've got the whole thing. Looking pretty even. I'm just gonna add a little more up towards my brow bone on this side. And then I really want to make sure my lash line is, well defined with this yellow. I want to make sure it's really all the way up to the lash line here. And I know I said I was going to do a one shadow look, but I'm going to just pull out the Juvia's Place Masquerade Mini as well. And I'm going to dip in just to this shade Giza with the same brush. So it's still gonna have quite a bit of that gold on there. And I just wanna put this kind of like right on this inner corner here, just for a tiny bit of a pop that'll still be pretty yellow because I left that yellow, that kind of like yellowy gold from Nubia in my brush. So you can see just a little bit of a pop on that inner corner. And then I'm dusting that just a tiny bit, like right along the edges here, for a little bit of brightness right on that top edge. Yeah, I like that. And it gave me an excuse to show you all another palette from Juvia's Place. I am going to do mascara off camera, and then I'll be back to round out the lips, back with that Mented lipstick we used on our cheeks earlier. Okay, back to this Mented lipstick that I used on my cheeks earlier. I'm going to apply it in a pretty light layer on my lips because I went pretty intense on the eyes. I want those to be the standout. So I want to have it match kind of the intensity on my cheeks. This can absolutely be a full opaque lip color, but I'm going to choose to kind of just dab and blend for more of a subtle blotted look. I do really love this shade. It is like My Lips But Better shade, and then slightly peachier. My lips naturally are kind of a cool toned color, but they're about this depth in shade. I have really pigmented lips. So this is kind of a nice color for me when I just want to warm my lips up, but not necessarily make them any lighter or deeper than they are naturally. Then I'm going to go in with a lip liner here, not black owned. I'll list it down below just to add a little bit of definition around the outer edges of my lips. Okay, so that is the final look today using 4 different black owned beauty brands. I know it's a little bit of a summery, warm weather vibes kind of look, but I really wanted to showcase the products in my collection that are not only black owned beauty, but that really push me out of my comfort zone and encourage me to use my makeup in new and creative ways. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please consider commenting down below, liking this video, and subscribing to my channel. I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I would love to have you join us here on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.